Hey, podcaster. I'm Tim Wahlberg, your podcast performance coach, with another actionable tip so you can grow your podcast authority, generate leads, and convert with ease. Today's tip is repetition is consistency, and consistency is the only way your message gets across. Now, if you're a loyal listener, you might be scratching your head and wondering if I'm off my nut. Or you might be wondering if you're off your nut and pressed play on the last episode we just did. No, don't worry. We are both firmly on our nuts. This is a second episode about repetition, but from a different and equally as important perspective. In the last episode, I shared how powerful repetition can be for the information you present and how you present it inside an episode. Go back and listen to episode 213 to grab that persuasive tip. Now, in this episode, I want to talk to you about how important it is to repeat your topics. That is, episode after episode of your show as a whole, especially as you get past your first year of podcasting. I talk to so many podcasters struggling to come up with fresh episode topics. They feel like they are running out of ideas. Now, this is going to sound maybe a little bit on the arrogant side. Yes, it's your ego that is making you think that your audience needs fresh topics constantly. You see, somewhere in your brain, you've convinced yourself that your listeners started with episode number 1 and religiously have listened to every episode since then and 100% remembers every single thing you've ever said. I hate to break it to you, this is not true. Most of your listeners have not heard every episode. They may not have started at the beginning, and they certainly don't remember everything you've said. And even if they are super fans with absolute dedication and process total recall, they will not mind at all if you repeat a topic. Repeating topics isn't just in case they've missed it for the first time. There are several other reasons why you should be repeating topics. Number 1, consistency of message. When listeners hear your message consistently, which requires you to readdress topics, they are far more likely to retain that message or idea. Number 2, comprehension. You can explain the same idea 3 times before someone really understands what you're talking about. By changing up the way you share an idea, creating a fresh take or analogy to explain that idea, or using a case study to strengthen an idea, you can help your listener fully buy into what you're sharing. Number 3, authority. Your podcast is all about building your authority as a subject matter expert, as the go-to person on a certain topic. If you don't repeat that topic or core topic, then how is anyone supposed to see you as that expert? The Dalai Lama doesn't say, oh, I've already talked once about compassion, so I guess I can't talk about that today. No, if you want to be known for something, you need to cover it 10 ways to Sunday. And number 4, more authority. Have you ever Googled the solution to a problem? Of course you have. Do you read one person's blog, watch one video, or listen to one podcast, and then, think, there we go, I got it, I know everything now, done, end of research? No. You gather up a few resources, you look at a few solutions, and make your own mind up about what your approach is going to be. Your listeners and potential customers are doing the same thing. So now, would you rather be the person who came up once during that Google search, or someone who came up multiple times? Of course, it's multiple times. It positions you as the expert. But you don't come up multiple times if you only cover each topic once. I hope you're starting to see why it's important to repeat your topics. Now, I don't mean just rerun old shows, which you can do in a pinch with a fresh top and tail, but what I'm really talking about is hitting those key topics, the ones you want to rank for, the ones you are getting the most traction on, and redo them with a fresh spin. Want to see what I mean? I do this all the time, and I bet you've noticed. Check out episodes 24, 25, 122, 154, and 193. Yeah, all of these are on the exact same topic, the importance of being consistent by repeating your topics. Walking my talk, baby. And my last point on why you should repeat yourself is to reinforce what you do and who you do it for over and over again. If you're in business, you're likely solving a problem your ideal customer has. It's not necessarily your job to solve their next problem. You don't have to grow with your clients or customers by coming up with the next solution for another problem they may face. You can stay right in your lane. You can stay right there where you are consistently solving that one problem you solve so well over and over again. Many people will come into your world, you serve them, and then they move on. You can run your entire business just like this. Sure, you may evolve down the road, perhaps fine-tune your niche or do a complete pivot, but you don't always have to. Often when podcasters think they've talked about everything there is to say, they call their show done or exhausted. Not the case. Start again. I'll bet you could recycle every topic you've ever covered with a new approach or a different perspective, or by going a lot deeper. So the next time your ego tells you that you already covered that topic, or that you have to dazzle your audience with fresh and new topics every time, give that brain of yours 5 minutes in the timeout corner. Then think about what your listener actually needs. A clear understanding of the topics that truly make you the go-to authority in your space. And I hope that's just the tip you need. It's these types of strategies that make your podcast sticky. This is one of the things we do when working with our clients. Dialing in your content so that your listener knows what they're going to get each time they press play. Is it clear what your listener is going to get when they press play on your show? If you can't answer that, maybe we should get some clarity around that. I'd love to help you through it with a free private podcast coaching call. Just you, me, and your show. Book your free private podcast coaching call by using the link in the show notes or at podcastperformancecoach.com. I'm Tim Walberg.